We'll be looking at health and safety at the workplace. And when it comes to health and safety, we are talking about how we should eliminate hazard in the workplace, and it is a responsibility of all of us, from the owner of the business to the employees in the organization, all of us that is working under the contract of employment. It is our responsibility to make sure that there is no hazard in the workplace, because if there is hazard in the workplace, we will be harmed in the workplace. So we don't want anybody having injuries. We don't want anybody being hurt in the workplace. That is why the concept of health and safety at workplace is very, very important for us. So through it is the duty of the management to make sure that we achieve health and safety, or health and safety standard in the workplace, as the case may be, according to the Work Act of 1974. With health and safety, you'll be preventing every accident, and you'll be eliminating every hazard that will minimize you're eliminating every hazard that will cause us injuries. So that way you are helping us to minimize losses and suffering that both the organization and the employees may encounter. If there is any issue of fire outbreak, yet employees may be burnt, but the property of the organization also will be burnt. So let's say the MD was not there, but his investment has gone. So that's why it's not just about employees, it is for all of us to make sure that we prevent accidents in the workplace. And it is also our moral and legal responsibility to make sure that we hold to highest esteem the place of health and safety in our workplaces. It is also very important that we minimize anything that will cause us injuries and health related issues at the workplace, as the case may be. So whatever will bring all these accidents happening in the workplace, we should do everything that we can do to stop it. Everything includes all of it, including when you are going home off your electrical appliances, lock the company gate, make sure that the water in your front the gutter in your front is cleaned, make sure that the company is fumigated, make sure all those things that will give us health, make sure that water is not on the floor for people to pass, make sure that the rails that is holding the staircase are strong at every point in time. Everything put together that will give us serious good health in the workplace and not cause us injury is what your health and safety in the workplace is all about. And the few theories have been asked to talk about under this health and safety. One is the accident prone theory, which says that the tendency to have accidents or engage in behaviors likely to lead to accident is consistent with certain individuals and emanate from innate characteristics of such individual, meaning that there are some individuals that they have some psychological abnormalities or some underlying neurotic and psychopathic conditions that could cause accidents in the workplaces. So those people that you know that have those conditions that could become dangerous to them, what do? You take them away from those places that accidents will occur, and then put them in a better place. Let's say somebody comes in and you notice that person, anytime the person is holding something, he has a shaking hand. So that kind of person, you can't go and say, go and be a driver. Because the person being a driver, it's an accident waiting to happen at any time, because he may see a trailer and that thing starts. Maybe it's an inbuilt fear that brings it, and the person doesn't know which one to hold. Everything is shaking. The person will go and crash. So if such a person comes, what do? You say, okay, we know you're a good driver, but because you are too good at this thing, can we move you to being a supervisor for other drivers? So the person stays in, been checking our vehicles, or move to the mechanic side of the vehicle, and so you still give the person the job, but you have set the person out of the one that will cause injuries. And so the person is there supervising other people, making sure that they do blow fat, making sure that the tires are okay, making sure that the windscreen, if they go to buy fuel, the person makes sure that the correct fuel is bought. So he's still part of the driver's team, but he's not holding the steering himself. That way you are preventing that person from any accident that may occur, because that person is prone, because of the psychological abnormalities that the person has. You are preventing that person from having those issues or those accidents occurring during that person's life. So that is what this accident is saying. Some people, maybe accident pro theory, Maybe the person, for example, is let's say a secular, for example, and you know that this person, putting the person where there is dust, where there is fumes, will trigger it. Or maybe asthmatic. What do? That person, you can move the person. You can't go and say, okay, we can be going around the whole street of Lagos looking for money. One, because stress will trigger it. Two, the fumes of motors and everything will trigger it. Then the dust in the market will trigger it. So what do? That person, you know that, if I send the person, you can put the person, let's say in insurance, to go to technical side, or go to retailer house, whatever side that you have in your company that will not bring accident to that person or injury to that person. You can move the person there, and then the person still works in that particular place, as the case may be. So that is what the accident prone theory is saying, that some people are prone to accident because they have that psychological abnormalities that causes it in the workplace. So please keep them away. Then you have the freedom alertness theory. This theory is saying that the more positive the organizational climate is in both economic and psychological opportunities, the higher alertness in the workers, and hence they are less likely to be accidents in the workplace. So if the work environment where I am, or work climate, is very okay in terms of the economic is not just about money. Maybe the machine that I'm going to buy is the right machine, the installation is done rightly, so the money that is spent in it is okay. There's likely less likelihood of accidents happening, because even me that they gave that kind of machine, I'll be careful. I don't want to everything have been installed, so if the fire is, everything that cause fire and cause anything, the person is at alert, because you can see the investment that is made there. Also, in terms of psychological, if the leader that we have is a leader that is someone that is friendly, someone that is I don't need to be afraid, I don't need to, when he's coming, I'm hiding to, then things are dropping from my hand, or I'm running to go and on the machine, so that you see me walking, even when I know that the fan belt is bad, because the person is coming, so that they'll not say, why are you sitting there? So let me go on it. I go on the one that the fan belt is bad, because the fan belt is actually bad, and I cannot talk to him because of his attitude towards workers, and the thing just leaves itself and hits either the man himself or hits me, and then the injury comes. So if you make your workplace to be as conducive as possible, the goal freedom alertness theory is saying we'll all be at alert not to have accidents, because you make that place conducive for us. The chairs are conducive, the tables are conducive, the lightnings are okay, everything is okay. So why would there be so much? That accident will definitely reduce in those places, as the case may be. If the chairs I'm sitting are okay, why would there be accident in the workplace? There will not be, because I will stand up, nothing is paining me, my back is not paining me. If I'm giving all the what do you call it, safety boots, I'm giving the helmet, I have the goggle, I have the glove, and when I'm working, I am protected, I am safe. That means the organizational climate is very, very conducive for me, and accidents are less likely to happen. Then the next one is the adjustment adjustment stress theory. That theory is saying that workers who are under stress are more liable to accident than those who are not under stress, meaning that all those overworking of people, giving people a tight deadline, giving people workload that are so much, that those people who have those things that bring them stress are more likely to have accident, as the case may be. A driver that you have sent down to maybe Owerri, for example, who landed in Lagos and got to Owerri that have not slept. Then he got to Owerri, just say, please manage, go and drop these people back to Lagos, because we have passengers. The person comes back to Lagos will say, we have passengers, so manage again, go. And you expect that what do you call it, that driver will now be healthy and wealthy and be at alert to drive that your truck to Lagos without injury. Then you will be lying to yourself, because he's an accident waiting to happen. The likelihood of him slipping off in the steering and causing accident on the way is going to be there, as the case may be. So we need to not to stress people. That's what this theory is saying. If you want people not to have accident, then you need to reduce stress, as the case may be, in the workplaces for the workers. And for you to do that, you need to have health and safety policies in your places of work. And those are just those your handbooks that talks about health and safety in the workplace. What will be the work hazard? How do we prevent it? Those are the things that you must have in the workplace. Wow. Let me see the one. Thank you. We'll continue and then we'll be able to come back as the light has gone off. We're coming back. Let's just fix some things and come back. Thank you.